Hey guys, Spartan here, welcome back to Final Fantasy X. Now, this is not the actual recording currently, this is something that is going to be tacked on to the start of the episode that you're currently watching. Because I'm currently alone right now because I just want to record this cutscene, specifically. Why? You'll see very soon. Yes, welcome to the Calm Lands.
Long ago, the High Summoners fought Sin here.
It means they didn't recently.
Here. Beyond, there are no towns, no villages, only endless plains.
There's nothing of great use.
Many summoners stray from their path and lose their way here.
And then Yuna falls down and dies instantly. She had a festering wound from that last battle. Never got treated. Well, she's probably got like water in her lungs after the underwater date scene.
I've always...
So look at the texture on that jewelry. It's just flat. Doesn't look good. I mean, yeah, I get it. It's a PS2 game, but I mean, it's a PC port.
I won't let you die. I'll find a way somehow.
That's reassuring. I still do not like Titus's, like, overall things. I wonder how these guys would react if somebody dressed normally arrived. I mean, Auron is probably the closest we have to someone being dressed normally.
I told you.
Or Yuna if, like, you were in Japan.
I guess I wanted to believe that words could make it come true.
Yeah, words mean nothing. Alright, time to head back the way we came. Probably get into, like, one random encounter. Yep. I figured as much. Alright, so new enemies. It's that easy. Grenades. That's like the worst thing you can get. Grenades we were using at the start of the game, by the way. Poison Fang. I'm going to want those. Nice hit. Beautiful. First encounter. Now you may ask, why did I want to record this cutscene at the start of the episode? Well, I actually did want another person on here for the actual recording. But the reason is that once you have viewed that cutscene, you can start playing Blitzball again, which I'm going to be doing off-screen. So, yeah, proceeding to save right now, and I'm going to do some Blitzballing off-screen. So yeah, cut to the real episode. Alright, 5 months later, let's actually start the episode.
Yeah.
I'm joined by
5 months,
Game
that's
Critic.
all? Yeah, me too.
So,
I mean, my viewers are like, hey, it's been 7 months, where's your new video? I'm like, I don't know, there's no new episode yet.
yeah, blame the creator of the TV show, not me.
Right, just animate faster, man. Animating is just, you know, click a button, right?
Yeah, easy. So new enemies, you got the shitty mech that does nothing and dies horribly. You got the basic fast enemy, and you got the elemental, which I need to steal like 10,000 fire gems from, just because they're really good. I don't understand the concept of the elemental flans in this game. Like, that thing had 1,500 health. I did it almost 6,000. They're so weak.
Yeah, it's weird for you to be doing, like, quadruple the damage of their full health bar this late in the game.
You say this late, but this is like only 2/3 through the game, roughly.
That's
So I'd like to-
yeah, whatever.
I'd like to point out, so look at the minimap at the top left. Now you can see that structure over there in the distance. Yes, you can walk everywhere that you can see before this cliff, like this big ravine on the distance.
You see that mountain? You can climb it.
Thanks, Todd. You know, I find
mean-
it funny he said that, but nobody wants to climb mountains in Skyrim, because it's like, that's one of the things that people hate the most about that game. You can't just walk anywhere.
Unless you do it the funny way on your horse.
True. I went back into 100%ed Skyrim in achievement-wise, and it was really goddamn annoying, but I still did it.
I think because I have the game on Xbox 360, there's achievements there too, and I played quite a bit of it, but like I don't think I completed it though.
It's not worth it. Like, the Thieves Guild questline is bad enough already. Like, I downloaded a mod to make it like 5 times faster, and it was still really annoying.
I don't even remember a Thieves Guild. I remember the Dark Brotherhood, but I don't remember Thieves Guild.
The Thieves Guild was just steal shit. Rinse, repeat. Also, I'm not talking to idiot face there who gives a history lesson. I don't need it. Oh, come on, man. I've got to put back my overdrive that just charges on kill. I think I took that off. Actually, hang on, what am I saying? I've got fucking 1,000,000 sleeping powders. Yeah, take it, bitch.
Yeah, don't go hoarding all your items till the final boss and then not using them anyway.
Oh, believe me, I will. That's the thing. Hang on, I gotta go on a tangent here. So, in the customization of, let's say I want to customize this ring here, which I maybe want to actually put back on soon. There's like some stuff that require you to use like HP plus 20%. You need 5 elixirs. What if you need those elixirs for customization instead of using them? What if you need your stamina tablets to put auto potion on? What if you need 80 mega phoenixes to put auto phoenix on something? Ugh.
Yeah, honestly, I'd argue it's actually a pretty good game mechanic because of the fact that, like, okay, you have this whole stockpile of items, but you're still stressed out whether or not you want to use them or not.
Also,
Like,
auto
do I use them
phoenix
or
is like
do I invest them?
the most busted ability in this game. Just automatically revives any of your teammates if they are downed and you are not at the same time. I will be... If I go for, like, super endgame shit on this file, I'm going to do that. Just put Auto Phoenix on everything. It takes, like, 2 billion years to get, but it's worth it. Oh my god. So, this is the land of side quests. It is called that because there's, like, 10 billion side quests here. So, we're going to go to the, like... We're going to go forwards a bit just to trigger a cutscene of plot-relevant stuff. Then we're going to go right, then we're going to go top left, then we're going to go back bottom right through the way we came, then we're going to go straight backwards to a different zone, and then we're going to go back to the top left, and then we're going to do the fucking chocobo race. Time of 0.1, by the way.
How exactly do you do that?
Oh, we'll get to that when we get to that. But there is exactly one item I want to buy here. It is this buckler, which has magic counter. So, there's something very interesting about this. Magic counter is a weapon ability, meaning that this is the only piece of equipment in the game that has magic counter that is not a weapon. If you don't get it now, tough shit.
I always hate when games do that. Like, oh, like once you progress through this area, you can't go back to the last one. So it's like you miss anything. It's like, well, that's it. You lost it forever. You can't go back and get it now.
Yeah, this merchant
That would drive me
despawns as soon
insane.
as you leave this area. So, that is the Final Fantasy way. Hang on, Waka, I need to check if he has the on-kill gain things. What does this guy drop? Hypello potions. Those are useless. You know, at one point I'm going to be cutting out these battles, but as long as I have commentary that I can give, I won't. Okay, yeah, he does. Also, let me give you
That's
a
what I was
demonstration of
thinking.
how good these fire gems are.
Overkill, you don't say.
Yeah, Waka, you are the victor. I don't need
I
to
find it
level
so
up now.
funny. I find it so funny. You use that ice attack, that Blizzaga on the fire guy. Was that like its weakness? Was ice?
Yeah, that is its weakness.
Because that is the opposite of every other game I've ever played with like type matchups like that. In everything else I've ever played, ice does not work well on fire. That's just so weird.
It's kind of odd because I know Final Fantasy XII does that. It does, water is strong against fire, not ice. But the issue with that in the main element triangle or whatever it is, that leaves like ice with thunder, which honestly makes a whole lot less sense.
I guess, yeah, but like, yeah, no, because normally, like, we think about it, like, oh, like, why is why is fire strong against ice? It's like, oh, well, obviously fire melts ice, like, duh, like, but if you think about it too logically, well, then it turns into water. So what's, how does that work?
I mean, that's kind of what I say when ice is strong against fire. It's 'cause it's like, oh yeah, if it goes against fire, it just turns into water. But then why isn't water effective? It makes no sense.
Oh, you again. You're quite the notorious traitor these days.
Yeah.
What's it to you?
You shouldn't take what the Maester say too seriously.
Oh, they just branded you dead on sight.
Summoners
Don't take it too seriously.
Everything. We are no tools of Yevon. Understand? Yes.
Great delivery on that line there.
Are you up to the task?
Really? Yes.
I do not know.
It's because they have to deal with the slots, the time slot of the Japanese version.
But you'll need more.
Yeah, I know. I got that.
An Aeon duel.
We're coming up to the point where Tidus has the worst line in the game.
Excellent.
Oh, hooray! I'm so glad you invited me on for that.
It won't be this episode. It may not even be the next episode, just because of all the side questing I have to do.
Let us begin.
It's kind of funny though. You mentioned like dubs though. Like, it's kind of funny whenever. Okay, so I watch a lot of anime, and usually like the best dubs are the ones where they like just completely change the words entirely. Like, okay, you gotta say this line which gets this point across, but like as long as it's close enough, you can just do it.
Choose your Aeon well, summoner.
Like the more freedom you have, like the better it turns out. Anyways, who
Dubs just
dis?
want to have fun. So this is Belgamine. We fought her twice before in summoner battles. She just gives you more summon abilities. And obviously we're going to summon Bahamut just because Bahamut is... He just has the most stats out of every summon. He is technically the last mainline summon you get. Every other summon you can get after him, completely optional. So you may think, oh, enemy Shiva, very weak to fire. Well, let's use Faraga on her. And it does 402 damage. It's like, what the fuck? How is Shiva's, taking, like, no damage from that? And that's because, well, this is like, oh, this Aeon may have better attributes than yours through attribute editing. What's attribute editing? Well, you get it after this fight.
Oh no, we got IVs and EVs now.
Yep, you gotta infect your Aeons with, Pokerus or whatever.
Pokerus, yeah. God.
So yeah, I guess we're just going to slap Shiva. The good old Justin Roiland method.
Yeah. It's funny though, you have like these two mystical summons that like, it takes like a trained like summoner like, years and years to perfect, and you have these intensely powerful magical constructs and they just start punching each other.
I mean, I sent you that clip of the speedrun where, in order to beat Seymour, they just summon Bahamut and slap him once for 26,000 damage.
That's right, you did. That's great.
Alright, Mega Flare should kill, just because it's Mega Flare. No? Okay.
Is Mega Flare the strongest flare, or is there one stronger than that one?
In the Final Fantasy series, there's more strongers, but not in this game.
Because I remember someone was explaining to me why Donald Duck from Kingdom Hearts is one of the strongest mages in the entire universe. They mentioned, it was Zeta Flare. He casted that, just does that, and like then someone says like Donald, no, like implying he's done it once before.
Yeah, there's Mega Flare, there's Giga Flare, there's Terra Flare, and then I think there's Zeta Flare, but I don't think any other Final Fantasy character has cast something that high. But I don't understand why that's a thing, like, fucking Donald Duck of all characters. Yeah, I get it, he has God Mode because he's a Disney character, and they need to pander to Walt Disney and co.
If you take a look at, like, the Kingdom Hearts timeline and, like, how the game's, like, what the plot structure is and how the whole entire franchise really is structured, I want you to look at that and then tell me that Tatsuya Nomura has any sort of plan and he has any idea what the fuck he's doing. Like, Oh, like what? He didn't think about that, did he? No, he didn't. He doesn't think. He just does shit.
It's the Five Nights at Freddy's law method.
Yeah, no, seriously though, I'm convinced. He's like, okay, this happens, and then this happens, then this happens. Okay, then there's time travel, then there's another Xehanort. then there is this guy. His name's Ansem. Not related to Ansem the Wise, different Ansem.
Traitor unknown.
I have
recommend,
a friend who is incredibly into Kingdom Hearts, and yeah, he will say, no, everything makes perfect sense.
I mean, it does. It does all make sense, but it's still stupid.
It makes sense if you played the phone game from 2004 that was only available on certain Samsung phones.
I will be waiting there. Farewell.
Technically, you are correct. There's like this a browser game that you can't play anymore. That's also important now.
And tutorial, because we're this far into the game, we're still getting tutorials saying, oh yeah, you can edit the attributes of your Aeons by like spending a incredibly large amount of items to buff a stat by 1 point.
Wow, what a deal.
It's basically completely pointless. Like, let's take a look at that. Attributes. Let's look at Bahamut for a second. So, if we want to buff his strength, that's a good stat for him. By 1 point, we need 24 power spheres. And the higher a stat is, the more you need. So if I wanted to buff his defense by 1 point, that would be 44 for 1 point. It's total fucking garbage. But because this is a way to gain power without using the sphere grid, it is the way you beat the game without using the sphere grid.
Yeah. I'm glad they have this incredibly inefficient method to please the speedrunners who want to do challenge runs for no reason.
Speedrunners? This is like 200 hours of grinding.
Or not speedrunners, I guess. Challenge runners. My bad.
Smoke bomb.
Hello, welcome to VG Gaming Minutes. Today we're gonna test to see if you can beat 500 today without leveling up. The answer is yes, but don't.
I mean, Dan's Go8 has already done that. I think he is, on a no sphere grid run, beaten everything in the game except the super final boss. He's still playing that game. He is still uploading new videos, like not 4 days ago. Like, he is currently working on can you beat Final Fantasy X with only using, like, the basic attack prompt.
Well, like I said, I've been watching like Summoning Salt and now also the Rixer because of your suggestion, and that's when I learned more and more that like there are people who, especially when you have people who are like actually like gunning for world records on certain games, they just play just that one game and nothing else. So I'm not that surprised.
I mean, the Rixer himself plays tons of games. That's why he's so active in all the communities. He is such a cool dude.
I think there was one video where he talked about, oh yeah, there's this trick, and I was the first one to do it. Let me show you how it works. I forgot what it was, though.
Always so humble. He just always has that line, and that guy was me.
What you say?
Yeah, what'd you say? We were too busy talking. We don't have time to listen to your cutscene.
And then he suddenly just did like some robot animations with coughing. Like that was.
It said that you and your guardians murdered Maester Keenock and fled.
Didn't happen.
We are to kill you on sight, or so it says.
What of Bevel?
Things are calm on the surface, but the depths are turbulent. After the death of Maester Keenock, Kelk Ronso...
So someone killed Maester Keenock.
Convenient.
And I think it was you.
It was not us. But it
oh,
was
but somebody...
Friends, you have been branded enemies of Yevon.
Is someone like framing you for it?
I wonder who hates us and wants us dead.
Father Zook, for your warning. Father, you came all the way here just to tell us this?
Not literal father, by the way, in case you're not paying attention.
Curious to see this summoner you are guarding.
I kind of figured.
I hope her pilgrimage goes well. For your sake, too.
And now we get more exposition. Importance this time, though, kind of.
No, I had to pay attention because Genshin Impact is updating, so I can't play that.
Good! None of them have breasts as big as Lulu. You just have
These
to pan
are
around.
pan around.
Right, I think
I actually stopped for a second, like I was calculating in my brain, like, like that was actually a serious question that required me to
Who was
answer.
that? Until half a year ago, he was a summoner. Waka and I were his guardians.
It's kind of a short pilgrimage.
He gave up halfway. Here, on this plane.
So Lulu says it's
Now
halfway,
he is
despite
a
the fact that it's
monk at the
clearly
base
not
of the
halfway,
temple.
it's much further. Someone has
When I was
exposition.
guarding Zook, I already told you this, yeah? About when I was too into the game to be a good guardian. So, when Father Zook said he wanted out, tell you the truth, I was kind of glad.
Oh right, I forgot, there's also one thing we need to talk about. So this is an item shop, and I need to stock up on a new item they have. Holy water. It costs 6 times everything else. I actually have no echo screens, what the fuck? Right,
It costs 6 times everything else, you say, with 174,000 gil.
I will need every single bit of gil very soon. But yes, it
I'm not
cures
surprised.
zombie and curse. Now, if this is your first time playing, you're like, what the fuck is zombie and curse? You made that up. That doesn't exist. Never once have we seen this before. You will see this plenty very soon, and if you do not have holy water, you're shit out of luck. Also, you can buy grenades. They just sell them now. Average American store.
I was just gonna say, this is America.
I don't need to save. Alright, time to leave, because I don't think we need to talk to anyone else. Also, this is a Blitzball player. She is actually not bad, but she's currently working for a different team. Alright, let's leave. Now to go all the way to the right. Across this big-ass plain. This big,
We running all around the map.
empty plain. If only
Oh
we
boy, I
had a
hope there are no-
chocobo.
Oh boy, I hope there are no random encounters on this big empty plane.
I'm surprised there has been... Okay, there we go.
There we go. Oh, what is that thing?
That is a Coel. Casts Drain and Blaster. Actually has a lot of health. I should have had Riku in the party before just to insta-kill these stupid mechs. I believe that there's a rare steal of a frag grenade from these. I could be mistaken.
Wait, if you just steal, they die?
Yeah, lore-wise it's because, oh, it's like you're disassembling the Machina.
I guess, okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's funny, haha, I got some grenades. Oh no, my weakness just falls apart.
Not my grenades, I kept them in my heart.
Like, what were the grenades? The one thing that was holding the whole thing together?
It was the power source. I find it funny how, like, rocket engines are powered by, like, fucking water. It's just fusing hydrogen and oxygen.
I actually never knew that.
Don't worry, it
mean,
literally is rocket science.
I mean, I also only recently learned that, like, all of our actual, like, top aerospace engineers are still not quite sure why planes can fly. When I first heard that, I was like, that is not true.
Those Wright
there's
brothers, they were onto
Simply
something.
no way. No, but, like, I looked it up, and, like everyone's pretty sure, but no one's completely positive why planes were able to fly. I don't know how that's possible.
Just trust those eggheads over at NASA. Oh, come on, man.
Oh. You're like 2 steps away from the end of the screen.
I just wanna go. Like, I'm going to have to fight these enemies many, many times after this, just because of what's in this other zone.
I'm assuming there's some sort of way out of, like, fighting enemies over and over again, right? Like,
I can hit
I'm
flee,
guessing-
but I need the experience.
is there any penalty for fleeing? Like, you lose money, or...
Nope. It's just the battle
Okay.
ends instantly. It needs to happen on whoever has Flea's turn, though, but since Titus has a weapon that makes him go instantly, I can just do that. Speaking of which, switch unit out. Just so I can do that if I need to.
It's kind of funny, like, this game has, like, all of the really, like, unnecessary amounts of grinding for JRPGs, and yet the fact that you can just flee for free, that's, like, a more, like, forward-thinking, like, mechanic that I've seen in, like, no other RPGs that I've played. Like, there's always a cost to running away and everything else. I was like, oh wow, and that's kind of dumb. Like, why would you put that limit in there? Anyway, sorry, what's going on here?
So, this is the monster arena. This is where the real grind of this game starts. Let's talk to this dude. This is a training arena that Lord Meehan constructed for the Crusaders. You can hone your battle skill here by fighting fiends gathered from all over Spira. But the
This looks
fiends
like
all
some,
got
like-
away because I screwed up.
Nice.
I'm too old to gather fiends now, so I'm in quite a fix. That's where you come in, Sonny. Can I ask you to round up all the fiends for me? So, we're going on a Pokemon adventure here. Of course, I'm not asking you to do it for free. It'll be nice fat rewards. On top of that, you can hone your fighting skills anytime against the fiends you bring back here. Any items you win
I
during
just saw-
training are yours to keep for free. There'll be a small fee for each training session, so bear that in mind. Not a bad deal, you won't regret it. Alright. Go catch all them fiends. One more warning before I can let you go. To catch a fiend, you have to defeat it with a special kind of weapon. Not to worry, I sell them to you for a special low price. This arena can only hold 10 of each kind of fiend, but they do not die forever if you kill them with this.
Bitch, if
Won't be
I'm
any
doing the
bugs.
work for you, you should just give it to me for free.
If I don't get these items, you don't get any business anyway. I need you to stop by collecting
so really.
each species in the Calmlands. I can't reopen the arena without having some fiends, you know? There's a total of 9 species in the Calmlands. I'll give you a bonus when you collect all of them. If you use a special kind of weapon, I'll sell them to you. No need to thank me.
That was like the third time he went, oh yeah, and one more thing.
One more thing, actually 3 more things. But yeah. Each character has a weapon that has capture and 1 empty slot. I'm just going to be using Titus for pretty much all of them, because Titus can go anywhere. He can go in the water, and he can go on land. And he has decent attack strength and good accuracy. Not as good as Walker's, but it's fine. So, now, I have to go and capture 1 of every fiend in this area. At least 1 of every fiend. By having Titus deal the finishing blow. Bit of an issue that you'll notice is that certain enemies are very strong against Titus, aka flans and things that need elemental damage.
This one is mine.
Also, you don't need to steal capture Machina with this because they are not fiends. They are machines.
This one is mine. No, incorrect. I have to be the one to do it.
Walker, you better
that was
not kill it.
Oh, that was easy. Just died in 1 hit.
I need to... Well, that one is the one that Titus is meant to kill. Alright.
I noticed that, yeah.
Alright, just need to make sure that Titus gets the kill. There we go. Wonderful. So, interesting thing about the capture mechanic, if something has an on-death effect, like, oh, on death it does this or it explodes, that won't happen if you capture them, so that's a good trade-off.
I guess it makes sense. Technically, you're capturing them, not killing them. Like, you know, according to the game.
Alright, can I kill them instantly? Yes, good. Got a crit too. Oh, I forgot, I need to steal 1 Poison Fang. Despite the fact they're actually very good. So you can capture up to 10. In order to get a super boss in this game unlocked, you have to capture 10 of every fiend in the game. Ugh.
Yeah, it almost feels like this game, instead of them trying their best to... I mean, no, to be fair, it is a very big game also with a lot of different enemies, so there's a lot to do in it. But I feel like a big part... There's a lot of padding. A lot of padding in this game. Like, how much more grinding can we tack onto this thing?
Very true. How do I inflict a... Okay, thanks, Walker. Forgot he had an evade and counter weapon. That's the first time he's actually been hit. Good on you, Titus. But yeah, the game doesn't tell you this, but the further you get up to the top left of this area, the more powerful fiends start to trickle in. Like, the encounter rate of stronger enemies goes up. So if you want to fight the rarer enemies, the more powerful ones, you have to be up here. Also, there's a goddamn book I need to grab around here. I
One
hate-
of the books with the Albed language.
Yeah, the books that make you learn
Yep.
one letter.
One letter at a time.
I mean, if I could read an entire book and gain one letter from any language, I think that would actually be pretty useful. No, it depends on how long the book is, really. Goodbye, Riku, maybe.
And if you have the patience to manually decode every single letter with each sentence you read. I don't think there are a whole lot of languages that where it really works, though. I think, I want to say Russian is like the one I know where it's like every single letter has its own specific sound. It isn't like English where it's like, oh, the letter C can, like, make 4 different sounds. No, it's like this character makes this sound, that is it.
Yeah. Does Dark work on them? Yes. Okay, good. God damn it, I forgot cursor is on memory. I was like, oh, I need to hit downwards to hit the one at the bottom. Nope, cursor memory. It was automatically targeting that. I kind of forget that Yuna can also cast healing magic, despite the fact that, that's what she's meant for.
Right.
Alright, let's get this one. I'll probably go and capture 10 of everything off screen, like after I've beaten the main game. Because nobody wants to sit through that shit.
No, man, stream it.
Yeah, stream it all live. Oh, I forget this does a lot of damage. Lightning gems? Those are actually really good. I mean, all the gems are really good. I wish I could speed up the combat without bashing my keyboard. Alright. Heal outside of battle. Because optimization.
Can I say one thing also? It's a nitpick, but like in the menus when you just like scroll from like one thing to the next, like doot. This game needed a more quiet like sound effect than the reep with every single time you move the fucking D-pad a single thing down.
Yeah, that is kind of annoying, just the volume mixing in this game a little. Why would you silence Riku? She literally has no magic.
Genius AI.
This won't kill, will it? Okay, good.
Oh, well that
was
sucks.
frozen today. Just kidding, Albed potion. The cure-all. Gotcha.
That'd be funny if like the potion like doesn't work as well on Waka because he just like each rejects it.
F to W. So yeah, we're getting to the last... Actually, yeah, there's only 2 books after this, Y and Z. Y is actually like in 2 zones forwards, and Z is in an optional dungeon at the end of the game.